Good morning, I'm Sam, and I'm pretty excited because I'm going to go look at that warehouse this morning, and hopefully we'll rent it out and it will become my new shop.
It's cute. The guys that run out of here, they do. I've never talked to them. David's talked.
We had to wait a minute for them to meet us with the key, but we are here and we are about to go inside and see what this building looks like. It looks a little rough on the outside. I was super excited getting ready to go in here, and right when I walked through the door I realized there was a lot of stuff. Now I knew this building had a few people in it and that the guy had stuff in some of the floors. I didn't quite expect how much stuff was actually going to be in it. But we went downstairs and this is where he was mostly working. It had a giant sprinkler because there's fire suppression on every floor. He was doing a lot of work out of here, and it had that really cool walk-in freezer and these huge fire doors that slam shut if there's a fire.
The bigger one, right?
The basement looked a little creepy. A lot of the power didn't work, or there weren't even lights. There were all these old school type things from when this used to be a boarding house for boys. It started kind of looking like a ghost movie. It wasn't really that creepy, but looking back at the footage makes it look a lot creepier than it was. They had a boxing rink in here and a bunch of exercise equipment. It was pretty cool. It had this really awesome safe room where it had one safe door, a second safe door, and then this giant safe. And the safe didn't even fit through the door. They had built the room around it. There were a lot of old memorabilia and collectibles from the people that used to be in here. Just boxes and boxes all through every floor. There was this giant freight elevator, which was pretty cool. I think it's like a 14-ton elevator. And you can start seeing where some of the problems are. There's holes in a lot of the roofs, but the building still looked pretty cool. This is the loading dock. I think that's where they did the shipping and receiving. There's 4 bays in this loading dock and a whole bunch of space to store everything. There were a few office spaces, but I was only able to get footage of that one. And then we got up to this floor, which was probably the emptiest one. There were all these collectibles around the floor, so many pogs.
There's so many.
I don't know why there were so many, but you can see how much stuff the people before had just left behind. More fire doors, and again, the power was questionable in some of these places. I really wish I had more time just to go through some of these boxes and see what all was left in it. It overlooks the bike path. We went through a few of these, but nothing really stood out as awesome. And up here is the 4th and final floor. It's the smallest floor, and it had the most buckets because this was the worst roof. This place is pretty wild. There's a few buckets because the roof does leak a little. He had been working on the roof, so a lot of these buckets were empty because he was able to patch them. And we went up this little ladder to get onto the roof.
Motor for the.
This was pretty cool. It was the elevator motor. There were 2 elevators. This was the electric one. The edges around the roof had really low railings, and one side had no railings, which was really crazy. You can see where the roof is damaged on some of these lower levels. There's a huge tarp on that side. And I really had to go to the edge and take a peek. I really hate heights. I wanted to look anyway, and it ended up being not too bad because I was hanging onto that chimney. There was a pretty good view of downtown, which was cool, but I wouldn't be spending my time up on the roof anyway. And I had to look over one more side to see the bike path. This was the tallest edge, I believe. Yeah, you can see here all the buckets that he was collecting the water. He said he used to have to empty them a few times a week, and they've been pretty dry recently because he's been patching the holes as he finds them. So this one beam was really bad. He's in the middle of fixing it, but I mean that's pretty bad. So that first building was really, really cool. Since I'm looking to rent something out right now, I'm not sure that building's right for me just because it does need a lot of work and it comes with a lot of roommates. And I don't necessarily want roommates in this new shop. If I were buying that building, it'd be different because it'd be a lot of space. It definitely would still need a lot of work, but the place is so cool that I could make it work. Anyway, I'm walking up to this other place that I'm looking at. The guy's not available to show it today, but in 2 days, I think, we'll meet up in the morning and he'll show it to me. This one looks pretty promising. The price is still pretty cheap and it looks like it's gonna be a lot of room. It looks pretty big. I haven't seen any pictures of the inside, so I definitely gotta wait to see that, but I have pretty high hopes for it and it's in my price range. It even comes with a couple of these old shipping containers I can use for storage, he said. Or if I wanted to have shipments come into the loading bay, he would move those out of the way for me. I'm pretty excited about this space, but I have no idea what the inside looks like, and that's probably gonna be the key to this decision. But it does have 3-phase power, which is a plus. The electricity at the other place was kind of questionable. It needs a lot of work and a lot of stuff run. So I'm thinking with my timeline too, that probably won't work out as well. And the really good thing about that other building is I could probably get the rent for super cheap or even free, but I don't know if it's gonna be worth it. I'm gonna keep looking around and I'll have to make a decision. But I'm going back to get that car working. We're gonna change the brake lines today. And there's actually 1/3 warehouse that I wanna check out right near that car. So let's go do that. Pulled up to this building and I gotta say I really like this space. It has a wide open floor plan. It has a lot of electric and I definitely need 3-phase. It has a little bit of office space. It has this separate room with the pull-up garage door and of course a bathroom. So this space is really cool. It's just a little too far for what I probably want to drive. It's about 3,200 square feet, which is probably about more than enough for me. So I talked to him for a little bit and looked around. I'm gonna go look at another property tomorrow and see what that one looks like. I just pulled up to this car and we're gonna try and fix the brake lines today because we never got to them yesterday. We spent about an hour or two now arguing whether we're gonna replace the whole line like I wanna do or put some compression fittings on and just patch the line. But it looks like I might have won. I have all the line we need. I have the copper nickel stuff, so it won't rust out again. And we just gotta go get that flare tool because I forgot it. We wasted enough time. Let's finish this thing. Man, it is getting super late and super dark, but we're almost done with this thing. We still need to make sure there's no leaks, but I mentioned compression fittings earlier. Never use compression fittings on brakes. Compression fittings are very, very bad. I only do double flaring. Some need bubble flaring, but I've never had to mess with that before. But anyway, never use compression fittings on a brake line. Need some gas. Were you supposed to do that?
No. I just wanted to like jump real bad.
I don't think my buddy was used to driving an unsprung clutch, so it took him a minute to figure out how grabby they are.
Stalled it.
So he's gonna drive that old Civic home, and I'm gonna drive his newer 2007 Civic SI back. So I'm gonna have a little bit of fun driving home as well. We just got his car back. What do you think of it, man?
It's all right. I mean, it's not this thing, but it runs.
Was it worth it at least?
Yeah, I'd do it again for sure.
Okay,
I
fun
like
to
it. I'm
drive.
happy. Yeah.
Good, good. Okay, well I gotta get home. It's super late. He needs to get home because, you know, it's super late. So I'll see you later, man.
Later, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So he got that car home safe. I got home safe. It's pretty late. I gotta wake up and trade in the market. I lost a little bit of money in the market today, but nothing compared to how much I made yesterday, so I'm not too worried about that. If you want to see the trades I'm making in the market, check out my Facebook group, link in the description. And anyway, I'm excited for tomorrow because I'm going to go check out that other building that I wasn't able to get in today. Actually, no, I'm checking out a new building that I found. and I'm pretty excited about that one. It's probably going to cost a little bit too much, and I'm going to go with the one that I looked at today and couldn't get in, as long as the inside looks good. But I'm going to check out this other one anyway. It sounds amazing, and I can't wait to see it. But thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video, and I will see you in the next one.